What if there was nothing wrong with you? What if there never has been anything wrong with you? What if your entire life has simply been all about discovery and expansion? And every time you made a mistake, it was simply just a reflection, a stepping stone showing you more of what you did not want so that you could choose to move in the opposite direction. What if there was never anything that you needed to tweak or fix or change or be better at or be smaller or be louder or speak up or stay quiet about? What if exactly who you are and exactly how you like to express yourself from this pure place within you has always been the answer? What if all of the times you were told to fix something or to change something or to be better at something, it was all just being projected onto you from the fears and insecurities that the other person held about themselves and about how they thought the world should be? But what if they were wrong? What if the world is more expansive than we could have ever imagined? What if who you are is even brighter and even more powerful and expansive than you could have ever even imagined? What if there was never anything that you needed to fix or change about yourself? What if you just got to exist as exactly who you are without feeling the need to become something else? What if all of the times that you tried to tweak or change or make yourself smaller, you were actually not destroying, you were hiding the pure essence of who you came here to be? And who you came here to be is so big, is so expansive, is so beautiful and raw and vulnerable and authentic that it scared everyone around you. And because they were scared, they told you it was your fault. They told you that you needed to get smaller, that you needed to get quieter, that you needed to stop asking so many questions, that you needed to shut your mouth. What if that was never about you, but what if that was about their fear that the world and that they are so much more expansive than they could have ever imagined? And they projected that fear onto you, not because there was anything wrong with you, but because you were just so powerful in your authenticity that it scared the shit out of them. Because then they were faced with a pure mirror reflection of all of the monsters that they were keeping in their own closet. What if there was never anything wrong with you? What if exactly who you are is perfect? What if exactly who you are is holy? And you came here to experience a holy human lifetime. And that very truth of your holiness and of the holiness of every other person in your life scared the shit out of them, because once you step in to your true holy expression, it reveals to everyone around you where they are not living up to their own holy expression, where they are hiding, where they are shaming, where they are cowering, where they are playing it small. And that scares the shit out of them, because then they are immediately challenged to rise to the occasion, to rise up into who they came here to be as well. And not everybody wants to rise up. Some people want to stay small. Some people want to stay scared. Some people want to stay limited because it feels safe there. And that's okay. Let them stay there. Let them stay there. They will figure it out on their own, because the truth of who you are is also the truth of who they are. It's just whether or not we are ready to rise into the truth. And this will come at the pace of everybody's own pace. There's no need to force or push or manipulate or control, because we are all holy, powerful, divine, sovereign creator beings. We get to create our own experience. And because we have so much respect for the sovereignty of others and for our own sovereignty, this means that we don't force or push or manipulate anybody into waking up when they're not ready to wake up. But that doesn't mean that you have to hold yourself back and stay down on their level. This is an opportunity for you to choose to rise up and lead by example, to be one of the first to walk down this scary path of remembering who we are, so that we can reflect to those who are afraid that there's nothing to be scared of, that it is safe to trust, that it is safe to be free, that it is safe to expand, and that it is safe to rise up. What if you came here to be a leader in a world that has forgotten who they are? What if you came here to not just lead by your words, but to truly lead by the example of what it means to rise up to the occasion? And in doing so, those who projected their own fears onto you will begin to see not only who you are, but who they are. And you will set them free. You are helping to set them free from the shackles of their own imprisonment that they used as a weapon against you. Because this is not, we're not coming from a place of wanting to shame or get back at those who projected onto us. We see why they did what they did, and while we hold boundaries in the human world, our spirit holds a present of unconditional love and forgiveness for them, because we want them to rise up just as badly as we ourselves want to rise up. And by choosing to forgive them in the spirit while holding firm boundaries in the physical, we are helping them remember. We are helping them dissolve the illusions that have been keeping them imprisoned for perhaps lifetimes. And when we set others free, we set ourselves free. When we help to set others free and set ourselves free, we set the world free. So what if your big, bold energy that seemed to repulse away people in your life wasn't actually telling you that there was something wrong with you? What if it was showing you that you were a leader of a new age, and that the reason it repulsed people from you was not because there was ever anything wrong with you, but because you were holding up a mirror reflection of who they could be if they owned their own power, of who they could be if they faced their own demons. And so when they were around you, they were faced by their own demons, and that scared the shit out of them. And so rather than learning how to slay their demons, they projected it out onto you. What if there was never anything wrong with who you are? What if you were free now to express yourself exactly as you wish? What if you chose to believe that you are safe, to be all of who you came here to be. And in doing so, not only are you freeing yourself, but you're freeing the entire world. And that you don't need anybody else's understanding or approval to do this, but you are sovereign. So you can do this simply just in your own being. You don't need anybody to recognize you or recognize what you're doing in order for it to have meaning, in order for it to have purpose. What if your entire lifetime meant so much more than just what you could accomplish in this single physical incarnation? What if you mean more than just this single physical incarnation, and the work that you are doing ripples out into all of eternity? And so you do not even need to see the fruits of your labor in this lifetime, because you understand that what is taking place is so much more powerful than this one human incarnation could ever conceive of. What if you began to remember what it was you were doing here and living in accordance to that remembrance? Who would you become? What would you allow yourself to create? How would you allow yourself to express freely? If you chose to step into the full truth of who you are, what would you create? Who would you become as this physical incarnation? Where are you still holding yourself limited to the idea that you are a small, separate being and that something is wrong with you? There's something wrong with the way you express yourself. There's something wrong with who you are. There's something wrong with the way you look. There's something wrong with the way you talk. Where are you still holding these shackles? Where are you still binding yourself with fear? And how can you choose to break the shackles of your own imprisonment and step into the truth of your personal power? Not just for your own personal gain, but for the gain of all that is. The work we are doing in this lifetime goes far beyond what we could see with our physical human eyes. The work that we are doing in this lifetime ripples out as waves of consciousness into all that is. Not just in this world, not just in this universe, not just limited places, but actually ripples out into all that is. What if the work you are doing by stepping into your personal power changes the course of all that is? What if that is who you are? What if that is what you came here to do? And what if this physical world, the abundance that you receive, the acknowledgments that you receive from this physical world was merely just the cherry on top? Was merely just an extension of gratitude from all that is for the work that you are doing? What if the reflections in this external world and the amount of attention that you get on social media, the amount of attention that you get in your physical reality, all of the praise and thanks that you got, what if that actually didn't mean anything about what you are doing here? What if that was just kind of like the cherry on top and a beautiful divine reflection to you of who we all are? But what if it actually didn't mean as much as we are making it mean? What if the true meaning is something that can only be felt but never seen? What if the true fruits of our labor can only be felt And once they are felt, then they can be seen in physical reality, because this physical reality reflects back to you your own internal state. What if we stopped putting so much pressure on our external reality needing to reflect back to us who we know we are and what we came here to do? And what if we just owned our presence and got to work? Who would you become?